One side just wrapped up its closing arguments in the trial over Kansas voting laws. The ACLU filed the lawsuit against Secretary of State Chris Kobach. 41 Action News reporter Kat Reed is live with what happened in court today. And Kat, you've been following this from the very beginning. What went down today?
Well, I have been, Krista, and it has been 8 days of testimony. They just wrapped up closing arguments minutes ago, as in probably about 10 minutes ago. We're about to hear from both sides in just a few minutes here. But when we've heard about voter fraud, Secretary of State Chris Kobach has used the phrase that we've only seen the, quote, tip of the iceberg. But in closing, ACLU said it's more like an ice cube. So again, this is all over a Kansas law that requires people to provide proof of citizenship if they want to register to vote. The ACLU says 35,000 Kansans were prevented from registering to vote because of the law. But Kobach's team argued the law prevents voter fraud. He used an estimate that roughly 18,000 non-citizens were on the voter rolls. He said it's not a burden for voters to present a birth certificate or a passport to prove their citizenship. But of course, a lot of the statistics came into play here. The ACLU questioned some of the methods used to create the estimates of non-citizens on the rolls. Now, although closing arguments happened, this is not over. Tomorrow, Kobach will be back in court at 9:15 for a contempt of court hearing. The ACLU says he failed to update a registration, or rather a manual for local election officials, and he didn't ensure that some of the voters received their certificates of registration. So it's been a long 8 days, and it is not over yet. Reporting live in KCK, Kat Reed, 41 Action News. Yeah.